We have a scrawlrbox today. I'm kind of happy about it. I'm not sure if I really am in the mood, but let's try it. Let's see what's inside and let's try to make something with it. After the upgrade box, I'm quite excited again. Why does this remind me of oil pastels? Quite a lot. Anyway, the scrawlzine still feels like oil pastels. We have some watercolor paper, 10 sheets, hot pressed, 200 grams. And you can be open. Zinc white. Cola sticks from Chupa Chups. Yeah. I just noticed I not even ate the one from last time. Anyway. So, we have a brush. Brushes are always appreciated. In the size 2. I'm starting to feel like my brush collection is getting slightly overboard, but as I said, brushes are always appreciated. And then fine art pencils. Derwent, and it looks Inktense. Is Inktense watercolor pencils? Because there is a brush on it, which could be great because then I can use those for my dolls as well. We have orange sorbet, iron blue, pink flamingo, lime green, baked earth, and olivina? No, olivine. Whatever. The artist's choice for creative enjoyment. Derwent. Yeah, but it still does not tell me what kind of. I assume that we have a brush, or because we have a brush and we have wash. Oh, it's gouache. Gouache is always nice. That we can use water with it. I will look through the scrawlzine in a moment, and I have to admit, this feels rather empty. But I do know that Derwent's pencils are quite expensive. I assume we get our money's worth. So, let's try those out for a moment. We have a lime green. Derwent inked. Oh. They are the smoothest I ever had. Gosh. I'm slightly confused. Since I do doll repaints, I started to invest in some nicer pencils. So, some that are a bit more expensive. I think this is a Faber-Castell one, a watercolor one. And they are already quite nice, but those feel a lot nicer. Yeah, this still feels a bit. And here we have a Derwent watercolor, and even those don't feel this smooth. Yeah. So I am starting to think there might not have the ability to be watered down, but we will try that out. Because why look in the scrawlzine, where it is definitely written, when you can just try it out? let's see how water soluble those are. Let's make a patch that is laid on rather thick and heavy. Oh my gosh, they are water soluble and they nearly break down completely. Does that have to do with me laying on the color rather thick? I don't know, but they break down quite nicely. scrawlrbox. It's possible that I now have to buy the full set of those. Oh my gosh, they are nice. And yes, Kitsy, I already hear you scream at your screen that you could have told me that. Because aren't those the ones you use anyway? Oh my gosh, I already love them. I will go through the scrawlzine now and we'll decide what we are going to do with all of this, and then we will see us again. For our drawing, we put the water-soluble pen again into the mix, which is by Adela and Aroni as well as this is. And we have a razor and a sharpener. Blah, blah, blah. Before we start, I have to show you something. I went through the scrawlzine and then I saw it. Here. There. Let me zoom you in. Wrong. There is my drawing from the first scrawlrbox. I'm slightly proud. Because let's face it, the scrawlrbox is quite well known, and to be featured in this box is something I feel quite honored. So, yay. I'm a bit proud of myself now. I feel in the mood for, surprise, surprise, a portraiture. But to mix it all up a little bit, I want to draw something I haven't drawn in quite a while, and I do feel in the mood of. Don't know why. When I started drawing, I started, as so many of us, with anime manga drawings. So those big eyes, those typical simple shapes, and I felt quite recently I would like to draw something in that style again. And that is what we will do today. It might not be the best idea because we don't have a liner or anything like that. But anyway, I feel like it, I am going to do it. So I will now first sketch, and then we will see where this will take us. I think what I want to do is a bit of a magical girl-esque manga girl, and then we will see from there. And there we already went too far into the direction of a normal face. Maybe I should start how I started back then. with big eyes. It's surprising how much effort it takes to try to keep the shapes in the more, not so, in the more, in this more manga style and not realistic. It's not as if I have a very realistic drawing style anyway, but going back to this is quite difficult right now, I feel. That is what you get when you try to draw something like that after you learned some slightly more proper techniques, I guess. Back when I still drew like this, or similar to this, I never sketched the body underneath. And now that I do it, it looks so wrong. Same with the head. And as per usual, I don't even know if it's still done like that, but back when I was young, you always saw the eyebrows and the eyes on top of the hair, which is completely not how it works, but anyway. It is quite nice, I have to admit, that you basically can draw with this, or do the line work, and as soon as you add the water, the lines get more intense and a little bit more, not opaque, a little bit more detailed. And for the wings themselves, I am going to cheat and use the water-soluble sketch pencil that came with the first scrawler box I had. And the scrawler zine said something about as soon as these are dried completely, they are not water soluble again, which would be interesting to find out if it talks about the pencils after being activated with water, or if they dry somehow on the paper themselves as well, which is something I can't really imagine, because if they would do that, why don't they do that while being in the pencil shape? So I assume it only talks about when they are activated with water once. I'm not sure. And for my statement about maybe using them on a doll, I do want to try out something, I guess. I hope I will remember to try that out. Where I do one side with those and the other side with normal watercolor pencils, and then when I remove it, we will see if it's stained the doll. Because even though I always said I am not planning to redo my dolls, some of them I started to redo. And because of that, it would be a shame if they would be stained. And normally the magical girl group of my youth would be very color-coded. So her having a different hair color than her dress already is quite adventurous. This now basically needs to dry before I go in and do a second layer that will be a bit more detailed. Don't expect too much of me. I'm just going in for some small amount of more details. So she basically is nearly done. Layer 1 already is quite nice. I took a hairdryer and tried to dry it. Let's go for layer 2. It feels a little bit like creating a new layer in digital painting, just for the shadows, which is quite nice, I have to admit. I assume if I would go in with another layer, I would be able to get even more detail. But I do think I enjoy what we were able to do with these. I really like them. I have to admit, those are one of the nicest pencils I had in quite a long while. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think about her in the comments down below, and what you think about those pencils. Is this box, this scrawler box, worth it in your eyes? I think because Derwent is quite expensive, I think we definitely get our money's worth. But how do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And we will see us in another video, if you like. Until then, bye.